Welcome to the Deep Dive, your personalized shortcut to understanding the world around you.
Glad to be diving in.
So today we had a listener request actually asking us to look into something really, really common, paying for groceries, specifically in an American supermarket.
Right. The everyday stuff can be surprisingly complex when you really look at the language and the cultural context.
Exactly. And our source for this is a transcript from the English Podcast Zone. It's episode 5 called At the Supermarket.
A conversation, I believe.
Yeah, a dialogue. So our mission today is basically to pull out the key bits, the vocabulary, those phrases people actually use, and maybe some cultural things you might miss otherwise, all centered around that checkout moment.
It's funny how much is packed into just buying your milk and bread, isn't it?
Totally. Okay, so let's jump right in. The source dialogue starts, well, right at the checkout lane. We all know what that is, but there's a specific kind mentioned straight away.
Ah, yes, the express checkout lane. The cashier in the dialogue actually says, this is the express checkout lane for people that have 15 items or fewer.
15 items. That's the key number here.
Right. It sets up this idea of a faster lane if you don't have, a whole cart full of stuff. Efficiency is a big deal.
But naturally, someone tries to bend the rules just a little bit.
Oh, always. The cashier points out, pretty politely, it looks like you have more than 15 items there.
And the customer
Admits it.
Yeah.
Says they have 16. It's that moment, isn't it? Thinking, can I get away with just one more item?
Well,
You've probably all done that
I
calculation.
think so, yeah. Okay, so we're in the express lane, maybe with one item too many. What's the vocabulary that comes up? First piece of equipment,
The belt.
the belt. Not the kind you wear, obviously.
No. In the supermarket, the belt is that moving conveyor thing where you put all your groceries for the cashier to scan. It's just standard checkout tech.
Got it. Moves your stuff along.
Yeah.
Then the customer says they have a couple of coupons. What's the deal with coupons in this context?
All right, coupons. They're basically discounts, aren't they? Slips of paper. Sometimes they're digital now, too. They give you money off specific items.
And they're a big thing in the U.S.
Oh, yeah. Very much part of the shopping culture. People actively collect them, look for deals. So the customer here is hoping to save some money.
But it doesn't quite work out, does it?
No, unfortunately. The cashier has to break the news. These coupons expired yesterday.
Expired. That's the key word.
Exactly. Means they're out of date and no longer valid. The Source podcast actually gives some good examples to explain it, like an expired credit card you can't use or an expired driver's license.
Or expired milk you definitely shouldn't drink.
Precisely. It just means the time limit for using it has passed.
Okay, makes sense. So no discount from the coupons. Then the cashier asks about something else. Do you have a club card?
Ah, the club card. Or sometimes you hear loyalty card, rewards card. It's all the same idea.
It's specific to that store, right?
Usually, yeah. It's a card you sign up for, often for free, and it gets you special member discounts or you collect points. You just show it or scan it when you pay.
And stores like them because they track what you buy.
That's a big part of it, definitely. Lots of data on shopping habits, which lets them target offers. Good for shoppers who use them well, but yeah, there's a data side to it too.
Interesting. Okay, nearly done paying. The customer then asks, could I get cash back? What's that about?
Cash back. It's pretty handy, actually. If you pay with your debit card, you can ask the cashier for extra cash on top of your bill.
So like a mini ATM at the checkout?
Kinda, yeah. So say your groceries are $30. You ask for $50 cash back. They charge your card $80 and hand you $50 in cash. Saves you finding a separate machine. The customer here asks for $50.
Right. Convenient. Okay, let's switch focus a bit to the phrases used. Right after the customer gets called out for having too many items, they say, cut me some slack.
Yeah, cut me some slack. It's very informal. Just means, don't be so strict or give me a break.
Like, relax the rules a bit.
Exactly. It's for minor things. The source gives examples like maybe you're 2 minutes late or you've got a new baby and you're exhausted or just having a rough week. You're hoping for a bit of understanding.
And the source mentions something about mountain climbing. Seems a bit random.
It does, but the idea is apparently that slack is the loose part of a rope. So giving someone slack is like giving them a bit more rope, a bit more leeway.
Ah, okay. I can see that. It's a cool origin.
It is, isn't it?
All right, next phrase. This one is classic American checkout. Paper or plastic?
Oh yeah, paper or plastic. You hear it all the time. It's simply the cashier asking what kind of bags you want your groceries packed in.
Paper bags or plastic bags? It's almost a cliche.
It really is. It's become like the sound of the supermarket ending. And now, of course, there's the whole reusable bag movement too, but that question is still iconic. Sometimes it reflects local rules, too, about bag charges or bans.
True. Okay. And the last phrase we noted was after the coupon disaster. The customer sighs and says, "It's just not my day."
Yeah, it's just not my day. Pretty straightforward, really. It just means you feel like you're having bad luck, or things keep going wrong in small
That
ways.
the expired coupons are just one more annoying thing happening.
Exactly. It's just a common way to express that feeling of minor frustration piling up.
Okay. Now, shifting gears a little, the Source podcast also gave some cultural background about American supermarkets. What stood out to you?
Well, one thing they mentioned was who often works as cashiers. They pointed out it's very often students, high school or college kids working part-time.
Ah, yeah, that makes sense. Entry-level jobs.
Right. And they even had this little anecdote, maybe just from their area, that it was often the girls working the cash registers, while the boys might be, stocking shelves or working in the back in the warehouse bit.
Interesting observation about those traditional, maybe, gender roles in those first jobs.
Yeah, just a small cultural note they picked up on.
And the other big cultural point was about those coupons again.
Definitely. Coupons are, well, there's a really big deal in American shopping. The source talks about finding them in Sunday newspapers that used to be huge.
Still is, sometimes.
Still happens. But now it's also massive online, digital coupons on store apps and websites. People really make an effort to find discounts. The source even says people might buy something just because they have a coupon for it.
Wow, so it actually drives purchasing decisions.
Absolutely. Clipping coupons, whether paper or digital, is, a very common money-saving strategy. It shows how much value American consumers place on finding those deals.
Okay, so just to kind of wrap things up and let it sink in, hearing those bits from the dialogue again, like the 15 items or fewer, the expired yesterday, cut me some slack, paper or plastic,
Hmm.
it helps cement them, doesn't it?
It really does. When you hear the words in context, knowing what we've just discussed, you get the flow, the whole interaction. You can picture the slight awkwardness with the extra item,
Mm.
the disappointment about the coupons.
Yeah, the whole little mini drama at the checkout.
Exactly.
So, to summarize our deep dive today, prompted by one of you listening, we've navigated the language and some of the culture around paying at an American supermarket using that English podcast zone dialogue.
We hit the express lane. Keywords like belt, coupons, expired, club card, cash back.
And those common phrases, cut me some slack, paper, or plastic, it's just not my day. Plus, those insights about student workers and the whole coupon phenomenon.
Which leads to a final thought for you, perhaps. Think about supermarkets where you live, or maybe ones you've been to when traveling.
Yeah, how does that checkout process compare? The words different, the questions?
What about the staff?
Mhm.
Or things like loyalty cards and discounts. Are they as big a deal? Are there totally different customs we haven't even touched on?
It's amazing how much culture is packed into just buying your weekly groceries. Something to ponder next time you're waiting in line.